Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a collective oracle and affirmations for today. Today is Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. You may follow me on the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. So we're going to use Winter Pastures, Lenormand deck, Hattie Thorne, HattieThorne.com. She also has an Etsy shop. We got one on the table. Okay, it came out right side up when it came out, but when I threw it on the table, it went in the reverse. Let me leave it like that so we can talk about it. We got two on the table. Three on the table. Okay, that was interesting because it turned over. We're going to talk about that. One more shuffle. Bottom of the deck makes 4. I'm going to set that on the box up there. Okay, we've got lighthouse, guidance, illumination, clarity in the reverse. Somebody might be seeking some type of guidance or clarity and they feel like they're not receiving it. We've got arch. Arch. I don't know how people say that. I say arch. Arc. I mean, I guess I say both, but for different reasons, right? Connections, transitions, growth. We've got crossroads, choices, decisions, possibilities, options. But when it fell, it came out in the upright, but when it fell, it landed like face down. Somebody's like, somebody is blinded to like a choice, a decision they have to make, some type of growth, some type of possibility, maybe a connection. Doesn't have to be romantic. Somebody feels like they're blinded. Somebody feels like they're not getting guidance. They're not getting clarity. Bottom of the deck, clover, luck, chance, opportunities, success. I feel like at the end of the day, whoever this is, if this is you, this is someone else, you're going to be afforded that opportunity. You know, readers say this all the time, and sometimes it's true, right? Sometimes you're just not meant to know. You're not meant to see it before it comes in. Sometimes things are a surprise. And it's not even like God or your angels or your ancestors are like trying to surprise you. There are so many factors that go into connections, whether that be love or career or otherwise. I mean, you're talking about other people, you're talking about businesses, families, work groups, colleagues, communities, churches. You could be talking about hundreds of people's lives all having to intersect at one point in order for you to make a connection, to be in a situation. Again, doesn't have to be romantic, but you're talking about all these things having to come together at once. And that's a lot to put together. You know, God, the angels, they can only do so much at a time, and they can only influence humans, right? So much. I mean, we're our own people. We have our own willpower. So, and this is just an example, but if God tells me like, "Oh, you're supposed to fall in love with this woman named Betty." And I'm like, I'm not even attracted to Betty. I'm not going anywhere near Betty. Like, Betty's kind of a turd to me. Like, I don't really like Betty. And I go towards Sarah. God's going to be like, well, sorry, Betty. There goes the connection. And Betty might have been given that intuitive nudge, like, hey, somebody's coming towards me. I'm going to have new love by October. But in September, I'm like, Betty? I don't want Betty. I don't like Betty. Betty and I don't mesh. So again, I go towards Sarah. And God's like, sorry, Betty. Like, I'm going to have to look for somebody else for you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we all have our own mind. We're all doing our own thing down here. God can only control so much, put so much what would you say, pressure, assertion on people. I mean, we all make our own choices, we all make our own decisions, right? Whether we use our intuitiveness, whether we say fuck our intuitiveness, whether you know what I'm saying, whether you follow your heart, you follow your mind, like we all kind of do our own thing down here. So when we say things are delayed, when we say things are, at a standstill, it's probably due to another person. Because again, we all have our own mind, we all have our own heart, and we have free will. We can do our own thing. So sometimes God's plan, the angel's plan, doesn't always work out. That was just my example. But something seems to be coming in for somebody even if they don't see it. And again, maybe it's just because you weren't meant to see it. You weren't meant to know when it's coming in, because it's kind of up in the air. Sometimes things are just kind of up in the air. God's like, I'm going to send you your best friend, your soul tribe, but I got to get them, going. I got to get them moving. Like, it's going to take me a minute. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm going to leave it there. Take what you will from it. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I keep blocking my microphone. I hope everybody has a great holiday, whether you celebrate or not. And just a reminder, I'm off for 5 days. I will be doing readings. I will be doing affirmations. Readings might be early. They might be late. They might be on time. I don't know. Bear with me. I'm going to take it as it goes, because I'm going to relax for 5 days. I'll talk to you later. Bye.